Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Happy Monday! It is Monday, or is it Monday? I know. You know what? Why not? Why not make it? We have Fridays, right? So why not a Monday? I mean, come on, you have a job. You're out there in the world. If you don't have a job, it's still Monday, and today is a different day, and today is a new day for opportunities. It's the start of a new week for possibilities. So I know you're like, Shelly Marie, I don't need you blowing this up my butt this early. Well, too bad. Here I am. You chose to watch, so that's what you get. So, anyways, and here we go, right? The minute I hit play, my nose starts running. I tell you, it's like clockwork. It's like I have little gremlins up my nose. Ay, ay, ay. So, anyway, there we go. Day six of self love. Again, we're on week number 2. And again, it comes from lifehack.org, just like it sounds. And I have handpicked the ones that I wanted to work on for self love. So, day 6, this one is one of my favorites. Be unique. Be unique. I purposely put this one on a Monday because I wanted it to kind of just settle in early for the week and, just express yourself this week. So, let's read this and then I'll talk about it. And then before we finish, I'll read it again. Take pride in your differences and learn to love them if you want to develop self love. This is what distinguishes you. If you can, think about how you can love yourself better, then try to be unique. So, um, I know a lot of people talk about being a black sheep in their family. And I know a lot of people, when they say black sheep, it's like, oh, yeah, my family thinks I'm different. They don't like. I'm very grateful because, at least to my face, my family has always encouraged my being different. In high school, I wore all black. My parents were a little concerned. My uncle said, why? It's her choice. Let her do what she wants to do. And that felt good because it was my choice and it was something I just really love. I still love wearing black. I think a lot of the reason I wear more colors now is just simply based on the fact that, I feel like people are going to be like, you just get tired of hearing it, right? Oh, hi, Morticia, or hi, are you going to a funeral today? And I really need to let that go, right? Because that's part of what makes me unique. Is just I don't dress or wear my hair like, everybody else. I purposely wore my hair today because I wanted people to see, yeah, this is how I'm going out today. And I don't care. Last time I wore my hair like this, I got so many compliments. And that was just, a few months ago. In fact, it was Halloween, but, it was hot that day. And I was like, I need to put my hair up. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is what I wrote here myself is celebrate what makes you different, even if it seems like the smallest thing. So it could be your hair, right? A lot of times people will make judgments, oh, sometimes I get, well, people should act their age or people should dress their age or people should wear their hair their age. And what is a 52-year-old's hairdo, right? I mean, a man can go through life with the exact same hairstyle, possibly from their youth, but definitely from their teens to the day they die if they keep all their hair, right? And nobody says a damn thing about it, unless, of course, they grow their hair long. Then someone's like, well, that's not la la la. But the majority of people, out there just, or maybe they've had their hair their whole life, right? And it looks great on them. I know several people with long, long hair. I'd say Junior's, Boo. He's got like beautiful long hair. And, it's like long hair don't care, right? Like curly hair don't care. And and I don't think we should, kowtow or bow to society's expectations of what it thinks we should look like. I mean, if you go to work and there is a specific uniform that you have to wear, that's understandable, and you chose to work there and you chose to follow those rules. But that doesn't mean when you leave work, you can't, figuratively let your hair down, and just be you, you know. My mom used to make fun of my mom used to call my Doc Martens combat boots. But you know what? I love my docs and they're comfortable. And I wear all kinds of things. I mean, I don't really have a style. I just kind of, when I'm home and I have access to my entire wardrobe, I just kind of am who I am. I am who I am. And whatever I pull out is something that I've handpicked for myself and something that I love that expresses my unique style. I'm fully aware of how old I am. I don't need someone to tell me, and I don't need someone to tell me that my hair is inappropriate or my dress is inappropriate. You know, if it makes you happy, wear it. Who gives a shit what other people say? What is the one? This is something you're going to hear me say a lot during self love because it really, really, I think, um, encourages the self-love when we stop worrying about what other people think. Because remember, what other people think of you is none of your business. What other people think of you is none of your business. Now, for anybody tuning in for the first time, you may be saying, whoa, wait a minute. If people are talking about my back, it is my business. It is, but it isn't. If it gets back to you, it's your business. If someone that you don't know, some random person, in public says, that don't worry about them. They've got their own problems if they have to focus on you, okay, and put you down. Because clearly someone isn't holding the mirror up to themselves, or they're just a straight out narcissist and just don't care who they hurt. But when it comes to our self love, it's important. It's probably the most important gift you will ever give yourself. And being unique is one of those important, special, beautiful things that we can give ourselves. And don't worry, don't, if you're sitting here going, but I like to dress like other people, or that's okay. That's okay. Because if that's how feel, that's fine. What I'm trying to say is don't wear X outfit or buy X this or that because somebody else has it. I mean, if you love it and you like it and you can afford it, then get it. If it brings you joy, get it. But if you're doing it for somebody else, that's where you really need to stop and think, am I being unique or am I following somebody else's expectations of what they think I should be? And I think sometimes that's why kids hate getting clothes, right? I mean, nobody wants clothes for Christmas or for their birthday. I mean, you want toys, and it's like that's your special day. All you want are all the spoils and riches of the world, which usually comes with a remote control, or remote control, and you can drive it all over the place, or you can play with it everywhere, just like toys, 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 and toys. Nobody wants socks. I mean, when you get older, you're like, oh, yay, that's something I don't have to buy myself. But when you're a kid, no, right? And why? And I think a lot of times, even now, when people try to buy us stuff, it's like, what are you thinking? It's like, are you fitting my style, or are you trying to make me dress the way you want me to dress? And sometimes people nail it. Sometimes people just totally nail it, and you're like, thank you. And it's not that the other people don't see you. They see what's on the rack. They think everybody wants it because it's just, there's like 5,000 of them sitting on the floor, right? On the display floor. And so, oh, everybody must want this. So I think they'll like it. And that's not always the case. I mean, even wearing all black in high school wasn't easy for people to shop for me. I mean, sometimes they'd buy me like these furry sweaters, and it's like, what is happening here? It's like, this is not something I would wear. I mean, first of all, ever since I was a kid, I've always run hot. My body runs very, very warm. And so, I have been a fan of layering since before it was popular, but, but it's part of my unique style. And I admit I did get away from it for a while. I tried to fit into society's norms. I tried to, wear what I thought would make everybody else happy, because I thought I was failing everybody else. So it's like, well, if I can't do this for you, I'm going to try to look like this for you when we go places. And sometimes if you want to do that, that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to wear, some crop top and, like low rise jeans, if my mom invited me to church, right? I mean, chances are I probably didn't go, but I mean, if I did, no, I dressed appropriately, even if it was all black. But but I think the point that even I might be missing is that a lot of times we try to fit into society's norms because we think that's what the world wants from us. What the world needs from us is for us to be exactly who we are. It's to be our unique self, putting that love and beauty into the air, into the world around us. It's about showing people around us that, you know what, you are safe to be you. You are okay to be you. And if you're one of those people who don't feel safe to be you, and you feel marginalized, and maybe you feel like you're this very unique human being that identifies in a certain way, then find the people that will protect you. And I've always got your back. I promise you that. I always got your back. Like I said on another video, I might get my ass kicked, but I've got your back. And hey, I talk big, but I make no statements that I can actually fight. I have no idea because I've never, fortunately, knock on wood, been in that situation. Um, I can handle a verbal thing, but otherwise, maybe not. I don't know. And I hope it never comes down to that. I hope that if somebody does need help, that we're able to just kind of swoop in and move them out. I am gonna, you know what? Since I brought that up, I'm gonna sidetrack from being unique for a moment. And I read something a while ago that if someone is being verbally attacked, you just move in there, and if you can quietly introduce yourself, hi, I'm Shelly, I'm gonna, or hi, I'm so and so, and just follow my lead, okay? And then you just kind of quietly talk to them and act like they're your friend forever, and have been your friend forever. And then you quietly and slowly move them out of that situation. And if the person continues to follow, you continue to bring them into a more crowded place where there is more safety in numbers. So, because people who attack other people tend to do it, either in a large group or as a singular person. I've been in situations where I've seen this happen, and I have had to stand up, and it scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, um, they were very tense, difficult moments. But if I have been asked if I would do it again. Yes, I would, because sometimes when we stand up, other people will stand up. So, it's hard to be brave. I'm not asking you to go out there and be brave. I'm just saying, if you see a situation and you feel like you can, help, move this person into safety, then, do it. And, in a way, that's what makes us unique too, right? Because a lot of people will just look or either pull out their cameras and just film it and go, oh my God, and post and say, this happened today. And it's like, but what did you do to stop it? Did you call security? Did you call mall security? Did you call anybody around you for help? Did you call 911? Did you just let it happen? Did you just record it to post it? Be unique. Be that person that stands up for somebody else. We live in a world where, government or not, we live in a world where people just, they feel and some people do try. Some people do try. Some people don't, some people will pull out their phone to have an actual record of what's happening while they're trying to help and telling other people, call the police, call security, call whatever. There have been recent events where, a very, very unique people are standing up for their rights, and that is a unique thing because, a lot of us won't. A lot of us will just sit with our head in the sand and act like nothing's happening, in this world. So I know, sorry, I went a little sideways there and I didn't quite mean to, but I ask for guidance whenever I do these shows because I want to make sure that, I get a message across. I want to make sure that I feel like people hear me. And so a lot of times, whatever flies out of my face is probably just meant to be heard and meant to be said. But in a way, if you stop and think about it, it really is kind of a unique thing because, again, a lot of people, they just pick up their cameras and not for any kind of record of the event to show later, but just for their own pages, and that's kind of the downfall of social media. It's like people will record things for likes and views, and it's like, no, we need to be better to one another. And if being unique means being better to people, then I think more people in this world should be unique. But going back to just the regular self love and being unique, um, we really should take pride in our differences. We really should celebrate our differences. Like I said, I'm lucky that I've kind of been championed by my own family. I mean, I hear a lot of people say, yeah, well, I was like this and I was like that, or I was a metalhead and blah, blah, blah. And, I'm not going to say my parents enjoyed my music. They did not. They did not. I mean, I was into everything across the board, but when I was having a really bad day, you can count on the fact that I would put on some metal. That's right. For some reason, it calms my brain. I know. Even my mom said that when I was older. She's like, I don't get it. And then she's all, how? She's all, it's so loud and it's so rackety, rackety. That's what she say, rackety. And I'm like, I don't know. It just calms my brain. And it could be the drums, right? Like those makeshift theta waves that just kind of boom, or those binaural beats that you just pick up into a beat, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're zoning out. I mean, I would literally fall asleep to it. But I'm kind of on. I'm definitely off topic now, but I think we should celebrate our differences. Whatever makes you unique, embrace it. You know, um, it's a lot of different things. If maybe you have some form of disability. Okay, embrace it. I know it's hard. I know it's scary, especially if it's something new. But I see all these people in this world. I see people with no arms, no legs, or one or the other, and they're just living these lives. And I mean, they're living better lives than I am living. They're out there being active. They're out there, climbing up mountains or crawling up mountains. This one video I saw, the girl was finally came clean about, the fact that she had no legs. And he's like, well, how can you go hiking? She's like, I crawl up the mountain. But she hiked. She's like, she had gone up some pretty steep terrain too, because it was her passion and she loved it. She wasn't going to let anything stop her. And we can sit there and say that that's being unique, but those are things that we should normalize. If somebody loves something, don't think they can't do it just because they're missing something. All right. For a good part of my early life, my mom, because I had heart surgery when I was 3, my mom wouldn't let me do a lot of things. I missed out on a lot because she was so afraid that I was going to hurt my heart or I was going to break open. And I mean, for until I got taller, there was a bone from, when they broke open my chest that stuck out a little bit. And as I got taller, it went down. I mean, you can still kind of feel it. So it didn't disappear. It's still there, but you can't see it like you could when I was younger and not quite filled out yet, but and shorter. But so there was a lot of things I missed out on, and that was her fear, and that was understandable. And for a long time I resented it, but I get it now. But I celebrate my uniqueness. I know people who will cover up their scars. I've lived with mine my entire life. I have lived with having certain limitations my entire life because as much as there are things I want to do, there are things that my heart does limit me to do. So and nothing major, right? Nothing major, but just I still live a pretty decent normal life, and I mean literally normal. But like I said, there are certain things that I am limited to being able to do. So um and who knows, maybe I can surpass that, right? I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried because I have put that limitation on myself. So maybe I'm learning something about myself as well, guys. Maybe I'm learning that, whatever I put my mind to, I can do it. It's about believing in ourselves, it's about trusting ourselves, and it's about embracing that wonderfully unique part of ourselves that is different from everybody else. And I truly believe everybody has that. I really, really do. I believe we're all given, these different things in our life that make us unique. And it's, whether we open our eyes to it and choose to embrace it is up to us. It's a choice. It really, really is a choice. And we get to make that choice. All right. So I'm going to read this one last time. I am sorry for just kind of going sideways on this conversation, but like I said, whatever I said probably needed to be heard by somebody, and that's the whole point. Is even if I just touch one person with this video and help them open their eyes and think about things that maybe they've been on the fence about, then it's everything. It's everything. So again, day number 6: be unique. Be unique. Take pride in your differences and learn to love them if you want to develop self-love. This is what distinguishes you. If you can, think about how you can love yourself better, then try to be unique. And again, this is what I wrote. Celebrate what makes you different, even if it seems like the smallest thing. Celebrate what makes you different. Um, just challenge yourself to embrace and, take pride in, and really kind of just embrace your uniqueness, because what sets you apart from other people is what not only makes you unique, it's what makes you you. There is no other you in this world. Even if you are a twin, a triplet, a quadruplet, or whatever, all identical, you are still you. I have a friend who has, she's like family, and she has twin daughters. They're identical twins, but they are so different. They are so different. And she wanted to make sure, even in classes, that they were separated, because she wanted them to, they have that special twin bond. Yes, they do. But they're also two very individual people. And, it's a beautiful thing to see. So, remember, even if you look the same on the outside, you are someone completely different on the inside. And it's okay to embrace that. It's okay to embrace your uniqueness. It's okay to embrace the things that make you different from other people. It's okay to embrace the things that set you apart from others, because we all have that. We all have that. All right. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day number 7 of self love. Have a great, great day, everybody. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow.